Okay, what's up everybody? It is your girl Popular here, coming to you with another pick a card, another powerful pick a card. First of all, before we get started, friend, okay, I just want to say thank you guys so much. Y'all been showing up, period. Y'all been showing up, period. Y'all been showing up, okay? Keep showing up for your girl. Hype this video up, get the likes up. A like is free, friend. It really don't take that much. It's just a little finger, a little of that, and a little bop bop. It's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But I just wanted to say mad gratitude for just the love that y'all been showing, and just keep liking, hyping, and subscribing, okay? But back to the message at hand, honey. I know you see it. We are going to be doing a pick a card on all about your next breakthrough. What is your next breakthrough? What does it look like? What does it feel like? I'm going to be really describing this. This was a dope reading, I'm not going to lie. Okay. And just to give you some insight, even though I'll be double tapping it in the reading, because I didn't know how I was going to do it at first. But some of the questions that I do ask are like flat out, like, where's the breakthrough? Okay. Like, what's the breakthrough? What's your next breakthrough? What's being left behind, what illusions are being broken, clarifying messages. Then we go into like the astrological, like what houses are the breakthroughs happening in. Also some past life energy that you need to understand in regards to this breakthrough, tying it all back together. Then who you're becoming, and honey, the advice to maintain and really walk into this era, honey. So this is like a real good reading, okay? So just to go over this, a breakthrough, per Google, a sudden, dramatic, and important discovery or development, friend. This is important. So without further ado, okay, let's get into the piles. As you see, let me get my pointer. We have 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Real quick note, in the reading, I had not chose the order of the piles. So I kind of, after the reading, I got with the energy, let the vibes pick themselves. And this is what we got, all right? So let me just show you, like, I think I got this from a spiritual store. And then these 2 I got from 5 and Below. So this is like a little meditation bowl. Let me just play it a little bit for y'all. And this is kind of what it looks like. Y'all know I got big hands. This little meditation bowl. Hopefully I'm not ashy. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, great. That's going to be pile 1. And then pile 2 is going to be this little girl. I don't know. It's supposed to be a meditation drum. We'll talk about it if you pick this pile. But this is gonna be pile 2. Oh, and then look at this pile. I love this little thing. It like spins. It's like a little shaker. Okay. But this is going to be pile 3. Let me make sure you guys can see. And it's not. Okay. So I was a little far back, so I'm just going to lift them up one more time. Again, pile 1. Pile 2. Oh my gosh, girl, my boobies is out, girl. A mess. It's just a sports bra. Let me see. Yeah, you get a little peep show, just a little bit, girl. I got my little sports bra on. Oh well. Okay, pile 2. Girl, got to be quicker than that. And then also pile 3. So my whole reflection. A little peep show. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, you guys, is if you were on the community tab, I did ask, like, I'll let y'all know that I was having a hard time picking what the top card reveal should be. So we did choose the feather option. So I'm going to go ahead and take each trinket. Okay, and I'm going to take it off. And then we're going to do a reveal of the top card. All right, so maybe I'll put this up here. All right, so pile 1, the top card reveal is ᴇᴠᴇʀｙévᴏᴅᴜ. Okay. Pile 2, the top card reveal is Earth Blessing. And then pile 3 is Rain Clouds. Those like little jellyfish or umbrella. Yes, friend, I'm already feeling the energy. Okay. Ooh, let's get it, friend. If you end up crying or tearing up, just let me know. I'm not saying that that's gonna happen, but I don't know, something about this. I mean, we are talking about a breakthrough, so you just never know. You never know. Let me know down below though. So yes, you guys, those are the groups and those are the piles. Please pick intuitively. Don't forget, again, hype me up. Hype me up, friend. Hype me up. Okay. But yes, pick intuitively, and I will see you guys down below at your piles. Come on, friend. Come in here, pile 2. Let's hit this little cute bowl. Why do I keep calling out the piles, girl? I don't know. Maybe you guys are meant to be pile 2. I don't know. But I still have not decided what the order is going to be. So whoever chose this little bowl, I don't know. I love this. I love this little bowl. That almost looks like a Capricorn symbol in there. Let me tell y'all about you, bro. Now this is a hefty one as far as the energy and what I'm feeling, okay? So I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to describe this as clear as possible without being too long and lengthy, okay? This is a lot. This is a lot. So let me just walk you down and kind of let you know what's going on before I get into the channeled messages, and then we break off into, because with this pile, there's at least 3 different storylines. One of them, prep yourself, friend, because one of y'all or somebody in this chat, you're not going to like me after the first message. Or maybe you might, because you're like, yep, I know exactly what she's talking about. And then there's the other 2. Okay, so, but this is a breakthrough all in all, through and through. So that's one thing about y'all. I keep calling y'all pile 2. I don't know. I might end up making y'all pile 2. I don't know. I don't know. But damn, friend. Damn. This is a lot. You've been through a lot already. I feel like your whole life has probably been turmoil after conflict, after challenge, after rise, after phoenix, after breakthrough, after breakthrough, after breakthrough, after fall down, after breakthrough. It's giving like, damn, bro. Damn. Okay, so I have to catch my breath on that one. Actually, let me just get the channel messages out the way, because I gotta like ease into this energy. And that's this. I don't know, friend. This is powerful. This is very, very powerful. It is. Where do I want to start? Just bear with me, because this is big. Okay, so let me start with your first card that I even pulled for this deck, and then I'm gonna get into the channels. Somebody here could definitely be Native American. Big energy, bro. The ᴇᴠᴇʀyévᴏᴅᴜ. And from what I saw, and I could be wrong, there are red ᴇᴠᴇʀyas, blue ᴇᴠᴇʀyas, but this is giving more of the red ᴇᴠᴇʀyas, bro. I was doing some research, and someone correct me down below, and you definitely can, friend, okay? I want y'all to look up that energy, because when I was just hearing the story that was being described, it gave me a Tower card, but it also gave me, like, even if you're a Christian, like some of you guys resonate with Celtic history, but you could also be Celtic Christian. Some of you guys could be into paganism. There could be like I don't know, you could resonate with nature very deeply. there's a strong, I feel like I'm talking to someone who could strongly be in tune with their ancestors, or you just have a bloodline. Okay, some of you guys, and forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but I'm just going to say the key words. You could be Welsh. I'm getting the words Welsh. Okay, I'm also getting, again, Native American. I'm getting Ireland. Where is my Irish brother and sisters? I don't know if y'all know, my last name is McClendon, girl. Did I ever tell y'all when I went to Ireland? They gave me a whole rundown. Once they saw my last name, they gave me a whole rundown of who my ancestors were. And it was definitely in my ancestry. I think it was a good 11%, friend. I don't know. I've always felt very connected to Ireland. The dance, the music, the attitude. Okay. So someone here, you're very fiery in nature. Okay. And it's funny because in your past life, if you believe in past lives, which some of you I feel like you have, and if you don't, just give me a second to walk it down, because I'm getting someone, you literally could have been Irish. Like, real talk. Like, I'm getting the red hair, the fiery energy, very intuitive, very connected to the land. Okay. Hot temperament for some of you. Okay. Very loyal to customs and traditions. All right. You could have a, I ain't gonna lie. Some of you guys, you know, you can put it back from when it comes to them drinks. You know you can. You know you can. You could even just feel this strong, like, damn, like, why do I feel so connected to Ireland? Why do I feel so connected to Scotland traditions? Okay. Are those the same places, friend? I'm not really sure. I don't think they are, but I don't know. They sound kind of similar or a little close, but I'm getting that, friend. I'm getting that. But back to this. When I think of this Kachina energy, what it reminds me of, for those of you who could even be Christian, flat out, or even Celtic Christian, there could be like a mixing. Like, y'all could be, like, y'all could mix y'all beliefs or just have a certain way that might not be liked or favored. Yep, with that medicine woman. Woo! There's a certain way about y'all that might not be liked or favored by many people that fall into a certain construct. Because, girl, when I see what I see in these cards, girl, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. This is a very powerful energy right here. So this makes me think of, like, any of the stories in the Bible where God talks about basically, like, okay, like with Noah and the ark, okay, and the floods. Like, it gives that. This gives me that tower moment, because I think of, like, the Red Kachina, and, like, as they're coming closer to the earth, if I understand the story correctly, it's like the native people, they go to their sacred land, and basically what's happening is the Kachina is coming down to literally cleanse the earth through natural disasters. Like, there's a purification process that has to happen. People are held accountable, okay, and everything is made anew. And those who are pure in spirit, you know, those are the ones that remain or are blessed, favored, protected. Okay. So this is heavy. We'll come back to this if I remember. Whew, this is a heavy pile. So let me grab my notes to tell you exactly what we asked. Oh, here we go. I hope the next pile I do it like this, because this is big, bro. This is heavy. This is a heavy one. Heavy on it. All right. Where is my pointier? Where's my pointer? Where is my pointer? Oh, here we go. Okay. So off rip, I asked, like, what's your next breakthrough? Like, just flat out, what is it? That's when you got that Kachina card. Okay. I just want y'all to feel the energy of this. That's giving me, I'll go to war about my beliefs, my rights, about my ways. Some of you guys are activists, okay? Passionate about a cause, passionate about your autonomy. And I feel like it's connected to how people have tried to smolder you for being different in regards to your beliefs, your powers. Like, who does this group think they are? You don't have the credentials. What makes you think that you just have the intuition to know that? What makes you think that you could tell us that we can't, that we can heal the body through herbs? What makes you get that that authority? Who gave you that? And you're like, God. There's like a divine wisdom here. Woo! Girl, hold on, girl. This is a lot. So the next question I asked, okay, for those of you that have to follow along with the cards, I'm more of an audio person. But I said, what is being left behind? We have the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, top of the deck energy is the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And I'm almost losing my breath, so I definitely feel like there's some type of throat chakra clearing. Okay, we're stepping back in, we're finding our voice. And I get that with this little bowl. Let me make sure to put them in, because the sound, it's like I found my sound. I found my frequency. Okay. Next, I said, what illusion, like what illusions will you be breaking? Woo, this is when I knew. We had the Sun card, the Emperor, and the Three of Cups, with clarifying cards being the Four of Swords. They're putting a nail in the coffin. And what is that? The Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, top of the deck is the King of Cups and the Ace of Wands. And my bad, we also have a clarifier being the Page of Swords, all right? And then I slithered my way over here and I said, okay, well, what houses specifically are being affected in this breakthrough? You guys have the numbers 1 and 9, okay? That is literally giving me the first house and the ninth house. Aries energy, okay? And also Sagittarius energy. Woo! Raise your hand, friend. Let me know down below. Did you deal? Oh, we said authority figures over there. Did you deal with an abusive parent, a controlling parent? This is giving cults. This is giving gangs. This is giving a part of a group that was very, like, it was dimming you, friend. You might have grew up in a certain way. And whoo, you had to break free. I keep getting that. I kept getting like an abusive father or a parental figure, or someone who would be deemed as maybe a parental figure, a mentor, someone that you looked up to. For some of y'all, it was the priest, bro. And if there's anybody here, girl, because I am picking up on some church hurt here. Certain organizations where it's like, y'all damn near ruined my relationship with God due to how y'all treated me in those higher positions. But this is the thing, friend. I just want to remind you, all right? I have a different perspective. I know some people going, I know this is going to be that pile. But that wasn't God. That was these motherfuckers, these people who get in these positions. And I'm getting like this patriarchy. I'm also getting like this toxic masculinity. There doesn't have to be a gender. And you were collateral. But friend, this is the break fucking through. Girl, don't make me stop. Friend, I'm preaching up in here. I'm preaching, friend. 11 o'clock. Because when I saw that medicine woman, let me just go over here, friend. Let me tell you. Woo, girl, I gotta walk it down, friend. I gotta walk it down. I think we're about to go to church. I do. I said, what past life energy has to be understood? I'm getting goosebumps. What past life energy has to be understood in regards to this breakthrough? The baby, and it came out in reverse. I'm not taking reversals, but I thought that was significant, because when I look at that baby, I think of a purity. Okay, we got Celtic, divine wisdom. When I look at that, I get divine wisdom. But let me tell you what else I got. Okay, what did I write down specifically? You could be, actually, no, we don't got to go there. No. We don't got to go there just yet, because I don't want to get ahead of myself. It's just so much energy, friend. Then we have authority figures. Look at that Judge Mallet. Look at that judgment. Then you got leaving or travel. Some of y'all might have been drawn to a different group. And there's like an isolated briefcase. And then there's this long ass railroad track. We don't see a train in sight. It almost looks like they're in a desert alone. And then you have bottom of the deck, medicine man or woman. As soon as I saw that shit, I don't know what came over me, but I said, okay, something made me want to go deeper. I said, what is the karma, or what is the past life of a medicine woman in this lifetime? Like, what would have been the past life karma? Okay, or what would be the trauma? What is the trauma associated with the medicine woman or man? What makes the medicine woman or man the medicine woman or man? We're gonna get to it, girl. I gotta slow down. Let's go back to this 19 pioneer friend. So we have 19. Independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and in work and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire. I am a pioneer. I almost want to cry because I feel like this is an active battle that you guys are going through. Really just trying to unravel the shit that was projected. Like, I'm seeing that sun there being flashed on you, right? But it's like, I just was talking about this in another group. I don't want to call it poison, but there's something about who was shining this light. This was like burning you. Because, you know, the sun could provide nutrients. Okay, it could be a life force, or it could like be scorching. Okay, so somebody was not using this sun energy correctly. They were a bad example. And I feel like for some of you guys, it was a motherfucking group. I would not be surprised if y'all have a past of having to go against authority figures. This is reminding me, the reason why I'm getting so passionate about this is because I always felt like I could resonate with some of the things in this pile. I always felt like, I'm like, damn, why am I always in these positions where I feel like I'm here to dismantle like a whole organization? Like, when I had to, like, I had the voice. Okay, a lot of people didn't want to speak up with all the stuff that they were doing in the military. You know, there was just that big, I don't know if y'all remember out in Lackland, there was that big scandal that was happening where they were finding out that the MTIs were doing stuff with the trainees and da-da-da, right? So it was crazy because when I went through, there was a lot of racism still, which we already knew that was a thing. But there was like racism, there was like that same, what I would call manipulation. I remember one of the MTIs, he said, well, who's going to believe you? He was like, even if you told him, who's going to believe you? You're a trainee and I'm an MTI. And it made me think that's probably the same tactic that y'all use with the shebang. There was so much stuff I saw in there, bro. And I remember, girl, and it's like, anybody else would be like, well, why would you do this, Paige? Why would you do what else? And that's the thing. Why not? You guys are passionate. Why would I just shut up and sit back and let them treat us differently? Why would I just shut my mouth when I can make a difference? Yeah, y'all might be scared, and that's okay, but I'm gonna speak up for us. So some of you guys, and I hate to say the term because I know it has its you know, but you could have definitely felt like the sacrificial lamb. Oh my gosh, the things that you have went through. It's because you are the medicine man, the medicine woman, okay? You guys are meant to help heal people. I'm so serious, friend. I'm gonna spend time with y'all. Because I feel like this is an ongoing battle for you, especially depending on the intensity of the trauma. Because some of you guys were literally brainwashed and you're literally trying to unravel it and you're trying to find your purpose here. And that's what I feel like the breakthrough is, because your story matters. I remember I was in a group. It was Your Level Up Guru's class, and there was a young lady who was in the group, and she was talking about how, because we were talking about chosen ones and stuff, and she basically said something of the sorts where she was like, well, like, I went through all this trauma or certain things, but I just don't understand how that could help somebody. What? Friend, I'm a firm believer. Listen, friend, you don't know how many times I was at a breaking point, okay? And somebody started talking about certain things that may have happened to them. To them, it might have been insignificant. To me, it shook my whole foundation, and they might not have even known. It was the blessing that I needed. Your voice, your story, your downfalls, your failures, your battle wounds, they matter. They matter, bro. They matter. Now, some of the verbiage that I'm about to say, there was a specific website that I came across, and there was this lady talking about the medicine woman. So please remind me to link that, because some of you guys might want to check it out. I think she was advertising like some type of therapy that she does, but I don't know. But I just felt like it was so powerful, because she was saying how when we look at the wounds that the medicine woman or the medicine man has, it's not a wound for real. Like, we're not looking at it as a scar. Okay, this is not like that scar. Okay, it's not a scar. It's more of, you're almost taking, instead of looking at it as a scar, it's a seam that you're supposed to weave back in. It's like integrating. That's basically what it is. Okay, there we go. Integrating the shadow. Everybody got a different name for it. So you could be an alchemist, okay? You could be like, I'm talking about top level. There's another word for this that I can't really grasp right now. But that's what I need y'all to feel. This, I gotta walk it down. Whoever this is meant for, I'm praying that it finds them, because I genuinely feel like y'all have had multiple situations where you've had to go against higher ups. Whether this is parental figures, people who are in power, people who are in a specific structure. They have control issues. They could be abusing other people or just not treating people right. And you literally have had to put yourself on the line due to integrity. Yeah, girl. So back to that story. I went up, girl. I made it all the way to the lieutenant colonel. And it's so crazy. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to start bleeding my trauma onto this. But I was expressing just the racism and the different things that was happening within the flight, because so many people were scared. They was calling, like, I'm not going to say the words. I have a problem with doing that. But, you know, there's certain words that are offensive to Black people, to Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Asians, okay? Not to exclude anybody, but those specific words, okay, were being said while we were in there. And people were just getting away with it. People were just getting away with it, friend. It was a lot, all right? And I remember I went all the way up to the lieutenant colonel. Do you know how big that is? Being that I hadn't even joined the military just yet. It's like, girl, you is too, what do they say? That your britches, you got a lot of dip on your chip. But that's the thing, you don't though. Because the chip that you are, you wasn't made like the other chips. You probably that one chip or that one piece of something that's in the bag and it just looked the craziest. Like, it's like, why is this so large? Why is this so, like, you got a diagonal piece right here, this is shaped like this? It's because you're different for a reason. Spiritually, on a spiritual level, you were made different. And you have endured a lot. Oh my gosh, I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry for y'all, because even as I'm talking, I just feel somebody that just, their spirit is so low. But that's the breakthrough, friend. I'm going to lift you up as much as I can, because I want to definitely talk to the people that are here right now, ready to move on from the past to some capacity. I'm not saying that you're going to heal in a day, but I'm talking to the people, especially right here, the leave it behind, the Four of Pentacles. They're ready to get out of that box that they were put in due to those abusive constraints. Some of you guys came from a background where they were very negative towards women. Or even, I could even be talking to a man. I'm not going to lie, that came through. You could have had a toxic father figure. Someone that didn't let you express your emotions. Someone that, it's like the way they, it's like they cheapened you. They tried to, okay? And it really could have fucked you up, friend. And let me just get this out the way. Because let me just get this first part out the way. Because somebody here, what your breakthrough is, and then I'll get to the other scenarios. But I want to get this out the way because I don't feel like it's the majority. But you know how they talk about, because this is given narcissism. This is given narcissistic communities, narcissistic tendencies, which we all have. But this is given like a shitload, an overload. Okay, this is almost giving like if someone had two parents and they were isolated with those parents, and maybe one of the parents was more docile and the other parent was like top-notch narcissist, and it's like that's all they know. Okay, there's something here. Think about that. There are some people where it's like it's just a traumatic experience for them, and you know they have to, you know, empower themselves and relearn certain things. But there's also those people that end up turning into the narcissist. Okay, it's like those narcissistic tendencies are like amplified. And no, I'm not a psychologist, so if you want to correct me down below, you know, do you. But I have to be honest, what some of you guys are releasing are those narcissistic tendencies that were projected onto you. 22 on the clock, I gotta get it out the way, friend. That were projected onto you, that you ended up taking with you, not because you're a bad person, but because that's all you were privy to. So then you got out in this world and you probably just, you know, there was a heavy focus on self, you know, exploiting other people, maybe manipulation, okay? A lack of empathy. This is a lot, bro. This is a lot, okay? And I don't want to trigger too much, okay? Some of you guys, and I don't know why it's coming through, you could have like triangulated a lot. Okay, whether that be in love, just not really thinking about your actions when it comes to how you move with other people, their hearts, because it was very me, because that's how your caregivers or your environment was. So if you have a bunch of men or a bunch of women or both around you like that, you know, it's like, how else? But what I love about this is the breakthrough here is somebody that is finally at a point where they're like, this is not okay. This is not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to treat people like this. There could have been a tower moment that really shocked you. Maybe someone left your life. Maybe you lost out on a good person. This is for some of you guys. Give me a second and I'll get to the other ones. But it's like, this is not cool. Why do I feel so angry? Why do I feel this? What is going on? And then you look at your environment, or you look at the people that raised you and you're like, wow, I'm over here projecting my anger and my sadness onto other people through abuse, however that looks. Okay, and I feel like that's the breakthrough. You're going to be real with yourself. The true enemy are not these other people that I feel like, I don't know why I said it like that. Some of you guys are not looking at the past, or you're not looking at those that were actually the problem. And can I be very honest? I'm about to step there. This is not for everybody. Use your discernment. But I find this a lot when I hear people talk. Because think about it. Let's say you came from a household where there is a mother who is a single mother, right? And I'm not talking to you guys that have very, very abusive parents. Like, I know this is going to be a triggering one, okay? But think about it. Just hear me out. Let's say there's a mom who is a single mom. Or, you know, she's, you know, the only one taking care of the household. And it's like, you don't know who your dad is, right? Being that she was the main parent that was around, it's going to be easier, not to say that it's not valid, but it's going to definitely be easier to look at that mother figure as if she is the main enemy. Okay? The main enemy. You're like, fuck that bitch. You know, fuck da 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 da. And like I said, I'm not saying that some things are not valid. But I've seen situations where it's almost like, and just tell me if you know what I'm talking about. I've seen situations where I've talked to, like there was this one guy I was talking to, not like that. It was one of Bae's friends. And he was talking about how, and look at my throat. No, because y'all don't get this message. He was telling me, like, it was so much emphasis on women and how they were this. And I asked him, I was like, you know, do you got an issue with your mom? And he said, yeah. And I'm like, that's crazy. Where's your dad? Dad was never around, but he's close to his dad now. And his mom, it's like, there's like that night and day. Now, granted, there was some stuff there. But I just find it's interesting because it's like you would think that that anger would not only be so much focused on the mother, but it would also be focused on the father. But it makes sense because the mother was the one that was primarily there. But then you got to take into account, some of you guys, that's the breakthrough. You're starting to take into account, okay, well, let me try to do a deep dive. What did those motherfuckers go through, aka your parents or these people? Damn, that motherfucker was abused too. Sometimes you got to look at it like that. And I'm not saying that you got to feel bad and coddle them in the process. No, this isn't about them. That's the thing. This is not about them. This is about you. Because it'll help take some of that load off. And that's what I see happening. There's a load being taken off here related to self-worth, related to a lack mindset, poverty mindset. Some of you guys literally grew up in poverty, or that could be something related to the past life energy. Okay, there's like an outcast, humble beginnings, yeah, humble beginnings type of energy here. You're like that pure little seed that was put somewhere and then people just threw dirt on you. But this is giving nasty, okay? You're breaking free from that. Someone could be Muslim here. This is a lot, girl. Some of y'all went through so much that it made you scared, bro. Scared to move forward. I'm telling y'all, if there's another pile that you guys are thinking about watching, watch it. Because I don't want to double tap. But that's what you guys are releasing. Okay? Because you don't have to be like them. You don't have to be like them. You don't have to hold on to this. I'm not saying that it's going to go away in a day. You also don't have to sit back and take it. You can speak up for yourself. It's time to let motherfuckers know the truth. And I think that's what you guys are doing. Some of you guys are having real, raw, candid conversations. Or for those of you where you tried to have a conversation and it still was to no avail, you're like, okay, great. Bye. Boundaries with that Queen of Swords. You don't have access to me. Because at this point in my life, I'm really trying to heal these certain parts of myself. I understand where the toxicity is. And I understand, okay, where the parasite is. And it starts with you. Yes, I can say to myself, like, yeah, there's some parasitic energy that I've allowed to move through my body. But I'm about to take all of it out. Literally like the snake. Suck out the poison, make an antidote. I'm about to do that. Y'all don't want to do that, that's fine. But that's what I'm about to do. So please move out of my way. Okay? And I get that, because that's what happened in the past too. It's like you were probably outcasted, vilified. Like there's like this villain, like we're making them the villain. We're making them the villain due to their beliefs, due to how they move, due to their morals, due to their values, due to their religious practices, due to maybe their lack of being religious and being more spiritual. It's like, it's just due to their purity, okay? So those other two situations before we continue, because I kind of segued into the message, I was also getting, y'all could have been on the other end of it, where maybe you're not releasing the narcissistic tendencies and those things that you picked up, but maybe you're literally healing, friend. You might not think that you are making strides, but you are, friend, because what people don't understand, what you went through, that was a whole psychological mind fuck. And I just want to tell you, you are definitely in process, if not already there, depending on who I'm talking to, okay? Around really healing that, integrating that, bringing it back. Some of you guys are really meant to have books, start practices. Let me tell y'all, okay? Let me tell you, girl, let me tell you. This is what I wrote. You could be in the hypnotherapy, holistic healing, somatic practices, midwife, herbalist. You could be a seer, okay? This is giving me those people, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, people probably wonder, how do you even know the stuff that you know? I don't know why I keep getting some men. It's taking me back to the military. Who does she think she is? Who does that little black girl think she is? Who does she think she is? Who does she think she is? The one that's about to report you. The one, sorry, we had 30 minutes. The one that's about to report you. And thank goodness I finally spoke up, because when I finally told them about what was going on, literally in the military, they would give us this one sheet of paper when we first started, asking us our experience before we even got to experience anything. But they never did it again. And I let them know, I'm like, y'all need to do that multiple times. Maybe you would know what the fuck was going on. And I bet you they do multiple sheets now. Girl, it was a lot. And that's what I wanted to tell y'all. When I got out of that meeting with that lieutenant colonel, the first sergeant, he was also a black man. He pulled me to the side without anybody knowing. He looked scared too. This is what's so crazy. You're inspiring people that are older than you as well, okay? But he looked so scared, and he was like, hey, keep talking. And you could tell, like, he said it to me in private. He was like, keep talking. Keep talking. That let me know that there's probably things that he's seen that he wanted to speak up about, but because he's so integrated in that system, he sees the indoctrination, he sees what he's going up against. There's probably so much that he could have lost, okay? Especially at that time. Not just trying to make this a black and white thing, but being black at that time that I'm talking about. Say the wrong thing if you want to, motherfucker. Out of here, okay? We're gonna put something on you. It's giving, like, y'all see what's going on even with these quote unquote elites, okay? It's like if one goes against the machine, we take them down. Smear campaigns, lies, whatever. We're gonna take them down. And I've seen that happen in the workplace. I've seen it happen, okay? So yes, this is a release around that past shit, bro. You are rewriting your story, or not even rewriting it. It's like you're taking this is all about changing perspective, okay? This doesn't have to become me, okay? Some of you guys are gonna make a bag off of this, okay? Not that it's all about money, but it's just, ooh, I'm getting chills. Let me keep going. I also wrote the word patriarch, colonial, religious powers, independence, male dominant, religious trauma through suppression, okay? So you give me the energy of what cannot be controlled is often destroyed. So people try to destroy you. And that's the breakthrough, to look around and say, oh, they didn't destroy shit. Thank you for giving me my story for my $1 million book. Thank you for giving me medicine, okay, and giving me the real life experience so that I can go and do Reiki on so-and-so, X, Y, and Z and really heal people. Thank you. You know how people always say, like, when they go through traumatic instances or traumatic situations, like maybe they deal with a dementia patient and there's certain things that they see, so then they start their own practice. Some of you guys give that energy, like, I'm not gonna lie, this is big, but you know, I want my channel to be big, so I'm gonna talk about it because you never know who's watching. Some of you guys do give like that scientist vibe where it's like, I don't know, like you could be creating the cure, okay? Or even finding certain herbs and mixing them and doing certain things like that to help heal certain situations. Like there's something like that. It does give. And it gives me like 8th house. Okay, some of you guys could also be into scream therapy. There's different ways of healing, okay, that I feel like you guys are aware of, and you're gonna make other people open to it. This is also giving me like some philosopher energy. Another thing that I was getting, because we got this Sun card, this Emperor, this Three of Cups. I already said what I think it was as far as like the abuse. Like there's something here about abuse, masculinity, patriarch system. Maybe there was a suppression of power, or there was like an overload of it, and then you had to kind of like dim it down. But then also that toxic positivity. Letting it go, friend. Letting it go. If you got to air it out, okay, in a just way, you're going to air it out. You're going to air it out. You're empowering yourself, especially my women here. Not to disregard the men, but I do see that here. And for my men, okay, this is you really coming into being a man for real. And I can't speak to that because I'm not a man. But I'm saying with this Ace of Wands and this King of Cups, but it's like being a man based off of you. Not what your dad wanted with his distorted view, no offense. Not what they said, not what this person said. Somebody here, you could also be gay and maybe you got made fun of for how you expressed your femininity, your masculinity, or like what that looks like. But really, you the manest one in the room. Clock it, Frank. Go ahead and put the okay down below. Thank you. Ooh. Whew. Yeah, I put false positivity, shame, domination. I put weave the wound back. Not a scar, but a seam, like a seam, as if you're weaving, okay? I also wrote down calling back energy. Wales, Scotland, Europe, tall ones, okay? Ireland, red hair, freckles, okay? That could have been you in a past life, but that could also be you now. And when I think of that, you know, I don't know the full story, but I used to hate when people used to say the redheaded stepchild. Ugh, I cringe every time. Because I'm telling y'all, I know it's because I got them Irish roots. I know it. I used to love seeing girls with the red hair, and they would have the like the orange eyebrows. I loved it. I loved a good ginger. I loved it. I didn't even see it as a bad word. I loved it. But you know how they say, like, if you rearrange those letters, like it's really the N word. And that's what's so crazy. When I think of both of those and just what I've heard people say about redheads back in the day, and things like that, it's like they tried to cast them out. For what? Because of how they look? Because of something that is already presented to them? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of y'all just really got bullied, bro. It's a lot. I'm also seeing that you have a deep wit, a fighting spirit, okay? Somebody could also have a deep part, like you like to wear your part really deep, okay? Or you could have a bust down with a deep part, okay? So let's get into this. I mean, we're already in it. But OMG. This is you real live regaining your motherfucking power back. Because I said, okay, how are you being uplifted? Like, what is being... Well, how did I even word it, girl? I'm over here getting too excited, friend. Give me a second. How did I word it? Let me see. I said. Let me see. What is being gained during this breakthrough? And it was patience, okay? And it came out reverse. I'm not really taking reversals, but what that gave to me is, especially with that patience and that Ace of Swords and that Queen of Swords, it's giving fuck no. I don't have to do that. Actually, I don't have to shut up because I'm a woman. Actually, I don't have to move like that because you're saying move like that. Actually, I don't have to fall in line with all of you. Actually, I don't. Actually, I can be a man in my own way, which is more moral. Actually, I can express my love for God the way I want to. Actually, I can express myself the way I want to. Actually, there's really power in how I express myself. It's not weak. So there's like a lack of patience with society, but more patience for yourself, okay? It's like you're weaving that web. You're re-weaving it. And yes, the weaving. Yes. There it is. You see that little web? Yes, yes, yes. I also feel like with this lust card, there could have been an illusion for somebody here connected to it, like, again, that masculine energy, whether it was in love, an abusive partner, or whether it was in a platonic way. There's this lusty vibe. Some of you guys have real traumatic childhoods with sexual trauma. We don't have to get into it, but I see a healing here, okay? Some of you guys, I just see a real deep, profound healing from the root, okay? Especially regarding sex and how you view it. Yep. This is taking your power back, bro. Like full blown. And I said, what is being broken? Look at this. Beware, the wicked witch lives here. Caution. Originality. Whoo. woo, some of you guys took on a whole nother persona, okay? And you're finding your persona and being loud in that. This is giving me that suppressed energy. You're also, your discernment about who's meant to be near you, who's meant to be by you, who's for you, who's abusive, the strength to cut them the fuck off before that shit even tries to sprout roots. You got all that, okay? We also have home. Some of you guys felt like those abusive communities were all that you would have, and you're finding out actually it's not. My life doesn't end here. Then we have obsession. That goes back to those energies, or that codependency, or that guilt, that shame, and some of those habits that are linked to what you went through. You're breaking free from that. You're also breaking free from wanting to be in certain connections. Like, there's this level of, that's not love. I used to think that was love, but it's not. It's like you're redefining what love is, what power is. Okay, and look, a date. Yes, and overall, just even on the minor level, this is giving me, you're no longer settling for less. Like, honey, it's not just giving dick and bubble gum. Okay, pussy and a push pop. You got to bring more. You got to bring more. Okay, that's what it's giving. Now, down here I asked, I said, okay, what does this next era look like for you? Look at this, friend. The Emperor and the Seven of Wands. So it's like the illusion being broke is here, but it's in a new card. So you're breaking everything that you've been taught about this Emperor, because this was distorted, okay? This masculine energy. And look at you. You have your own doctrine, your own authority, and you're just reclaiming your whole power back, your whole domain. Order in the court. Okay, this is my court. I just heard you're in my funhouse now. Okay, Seven of Wands. That's giving stay the fuck back. And when I look at this Seven of Wands, this is almost giving I don't know why the word Druids just came through, but that Celtic energy and the tall. Look at that. Them tall trees is giving tall ones. Yeah, some of you guys, whoever came before you, like, they could have been, I don't know, like, y'all could really be connected to, like, the Vikings. Because I'm getting, like, big, beefy energy, like, or just big in stature. It's giving indigenous in some way, shape, or form, right? Woo! And then look at this. When I said, what is your, oh, well, actually, let's keep going. Because the Hermit card also was in alignment with this. So you have the Seven of Wands, the Emperor Aries energy, and the Hermit card. Okay, you're going to understand your purpose and how to mold this. Like, you guys are going to, and I feel like you've already been noticing this. Your bounce back is crazy. Okay, because the same things that you go through are supposed to be put into your craft, bro. It's so hard for me to explain this, but when I think, let me slow it down. Okay, I think of abstinence, I think of reflection, I think of wisdom, I think of going on a journey, okay, and then bringing that wisdom back. That's what you guys are meant to do. For some of you guys on a smaller scale, others of you on a mass scale. But regardless, even if it was on a smaller scale, this reminds me of like how a teacher is. I always thought it was so profound when I think back to my preschool teacher, because I still remember who my preschool teacher was. And little does she know, at that moment when I was little baby Paige, what she taught me, I remember we were doing like some type of book. Was it preschool? I don't know. But Miss Llewellyn, there was a book. It was called Stone Soup. Y'all remember what I'm talking about? But there were certain things that she told us during that class, and I remember still to this day. That's powerful. And then I just told whoever the fuck is going to watch this, which could be thousands of people, about that experience. And it's just this carryover. There's something like that here. So even if you tell a small percent of people, it's going to carry over. People are going to tell the story. And some of you guys don't even care about the outward accolades, okay? It's just you're passionate about it, and you'll be blessed. That's what you're meant to do, friend. Your advice. We have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. How is the Four of Pentacles up there as what's being released, and then it's down here? But look at it. You see that Four of Pentacles and how it's all stopped up in that box? But look at her. She's in control. You in my playhouse now. I say what comes and goes. I speak when I want to speak. I don't speak when I don't want to speak. I share what I want to. I give access to what I want. This is my play area. Thank you. The Lovers. I have a choice. Page of Cups. I do what I want. Living, 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 living. Yeah, I do what I want. And I... Page of Cups. Now almost looks like honey. There's like a newfound expression. This is giving new life energy. I keep getting this collectively, and I feel like it's going to be in the collective energy. Just a breath of life. an understanding. And I feel like it's still happening for you guys. That's why I just wanted to really spend my time with this group, because I feel like you guys still could be a little bit in the thick of it, because it's an ongoing process, okay? This is giving wise sage energy. I just don't know how to grasp all of it, so I apologize. I tried my best. But your advice, okay, move with authority. Continue to prove through the choices that you make that you're ready for the next level, okay? Continue to plant those seeds through conversation, through being kind to other people, through sharing your experiences. Okay, some of you guys mix certain concoctions. You might even have a candle business. Some of you guys make something. I don't know. This is giving me that with this Page of Cups. Get inspired. I just heard live your soul, not a role. Period. Do I need to? Dang, I ain't do this for nobody else, friend. Let me see if I'm gonna do it. Because I don't want to walk to the other room. I really don't want to walk to the other room. I don't want to. No, I'm not. But I don't want to walk to the other room, because anytime I get that in my mind, that live your soul, not a role, I'm like, oh, I gotta go get that deck. But let me just see if there's some affirmations, additional affirmations for this group. Thank you for letting me get through that, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Really. Okay, we have, I choose to transform my life. Resolving past issues with strength, courage, and willpower. Yes. We have, I acknowledge and accept emotions as they arise within me without prejudice or judgment. Come on now. Come on. Let's bring it home. Let's bring it home. I experience love and awe. It's beautiful glory. Okay. Allowing yourself to experience love, true love. Okay. I am clearly guided by my revered guardian who protects me always. Yes, increase of faith. Maybe a lot of people tried to remove you from your faith. It's being restored. My mind creates a reflection of my physical world. I am at peace. Come on, friend. Come on, friend. I think I'm gonna pull maybe one more. Let me see. Okay, one more. Let's see. A message for this group. Let's see what it is. How funny. Look at that. We have love. Before you can truly love another, you need to open your heart and allow yourself to receive love first. If you open your heart to love, it will flow into your soul, because that's another breakthrough. A heart awakening. A softening of your heart. Absolutely. Give me one more. One more for this group. Let it hit. Thank you. Trust. And joy. So we have trust. Don't trust what you are being told. And I feel like those are the lies. Don't trust those lies. There is more to this situation, aka you're the medicine woman, medicine man. The answers lie within the finer details, but also within. Okay, within the finer details which are not being shared with you. Ooh, people wanted you to dim yourself. Oh, it's time to break away. I'm breaking free. Joy. Lighten up. What was that, Lion King? Anyway, joy. That could be your name. Lighten up. Find that hidden inner child and have a play date. Laugh, be silly, dance, and sing. It's time to have fun again. And that's what I think is being released. The shame around having fun, wanting to go on dates. Maybe you guys grew up in a very prude, I don't know, society. This is really connected and tailored to whoever you are. But I don't know, I'm picking up on that. Just some type of shame, bro. Now please get out of my face, girl. Okay, let's release. Let me try to get a good one. Okay, breathe through it, friend. Breathe through it. I got this from Five Below. Well, babe got it for me, but yes. Oh, my bad. Let me get my other little clinker. I feel that in my chest, bro. Okay. Enough of that. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. So yes, you guys, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments. Wow, pile 3. Pile 3. So let me just walk you through this energy. I don't think your message is going to be that long, but it is very profound, and I feel like it's giving full card energy. Tower card energy, of course, and the Star card. So you guys chose this little bell, which is supposed to be like a drum. I don't know if I'm not using it right, but when I opened this, it literally came with this little stick. And I'm like, girl, what's happening? You know, what's happening, friend? And I'm like, what the hell? This little cheap thing. And then I didn't see the little bell in there, and I was all upset. But I was like, you know what, P? It's okay. But that's what I'm talking. Oh, that's crazy. That's what I'm talking about. Some of you guys, woo, you are starting from ground zero, friend. That's this energy. This does feel a bit uncomfortable. Like pile 2 felt uncomfortable, but this feels uncomfortable in a different way, girl. What did I just notice? Bottom of the deck energy is the High Priestess, and you also have the High Priestess here, so we might have to read this card and this card. Okay, tapping in with divine knowledge, using your discernment, tapping in more with your discernment. Okay, let me tell you, girl, it's a lot coming down. So let me just show you what we got here. Well, no, I'm not. This is a lot. Girl, this really been a lot in a good way. So it's funny, I get into y'all pile. I already have a routine with how to do the groups, and then I was like, nah, I'm ready to shake this shit up. And I just want y'all to listen to my speech, because I feel like this is how the energy is going to come through. This is how it's going to feel. You're just ready to shake it up. Again, some of you guys are literally starting from ground zero. When I ask what's being released, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups in reverse, the Chariot. And then there was a gap. And then we had the Magician, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. And how funny is it that we have... Let me look at this. What's the bottom card? I didn't even look. Yeah, the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Swords energy, and the top of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. What I get from that, flat out, y'all, you could be removing yourself from a job. Something here is not making you happy no more. And that's the breakthrough. The breakthrough is coming out of fucking denial, okay, about, like, I don't feel happy here. I don't care if this is a very exclusive elite club. I don't like how you guys treat people. I don't care if this job would put me on the front cover with the damn president, if you would even want that, girl. But it's, you get what I'm saying though. But I don't like the job. I don't care if there's hella money that comes with this job. I don't like it. I'm not happy here. I'm tired of being in places where I'm not happy. I don't care if there's hella years behind me in this marriage. Like, I'm not happy. I don't feel fulfilled. I feel like I'm wasting my purpose. I feel like I'm wasting my talent. Now, this is the only thing. Some of you guys, if you're hearing anything from this message for the first time, please go pray and fast, okay? Especially if it has to do with a job and leaving it, okay? You gotta still tap in with yourself, you know what I mean? Be responsible. But I do see that some of you guys are literally like, this is giving me nomad energy, traveling across the country, moving to the other side of town randomly. It's like a sporadic change. It's like, I'm ready to go. Breakthrough energy. Some of you guys, you need to take some long distance travel. There's something here about long distance travel to gain experience. Like, some of you guys could literally have that energy of like, I just want to, I don't know, somebody here could literally be in that free spirited energy of like, I want to give up my home. I want to give up this life in the city, and I want to go live in the country. Or I just want to travel, maybe live on like one of those RVs and just go to different places. Like, I don't even want to have roots necessarily. I want to travel. I want to have, like, I just want to kind of be in different areas. All right. There is that free spirited vibe. Others of you, you're stepping out on a whim. Especially like if you're, let's say you're moving. It's like, I don't even give a fuck. Actually, fuck it. I don't need anything from my old house. I'll start over. It's giving like, oh, fuck it. I'll start over. I'll start over. It's okay. I'll start over. Because someone here is recognizing like what I've attached myself to or what I've made a god. This could even be an addiction of some sort, or something that at one point in time it was possibly healthy, satisfying, made you feel abundant, but it doesn't no more. It's draining you. And you're ready for something new. And that's the breakthrough. It's like, you know what, bitch, like with this magician energy, I can create. I can create whatever I want. I am a creative, okay? I have multiple skills and talents. I don't have to waste my life here in this job, this company, this relationship, this friendship, okay? That's another thing I was getting. And I just heard a little crackle over here. When I got that cheap type of vibe from this, you know, Five Below was cool, but it still does have that cheap plastic type of vibe. And that's the breakthrough. You guys are recognizing where the cheap energy is. Yeah, there might be wealth there. Like, okay, let's say there's a friendship. Yeah, they might have money. They might represent luxury. But how is their soul? Like, who are they? Y'all don't want that cheap plastic. You don't want cheap gold, okay? Pyrite could be of significance here. You want the real deal. And you're tired of faking the funk. You're tired of it. Tired of it. Some of you guys are about to step out and you're like, you know what? I'm tired of just being the worker bee. I'm ready to be the queen bee. And that could even be in a workplace. You're like, I'm tired of working for other people. I'm about to go independent. I'm about to start my own business. I'm about to face my fears, tap into my gifts, especially for those of you that have spiritual businesses, because we do have the high priestess here. But I'm about to trust myself. I'm about to tap in with God. And I'm going to take a chance on myself. How funny is it that in this category of, oh shit, I forgot, the sun was actually the top of the at the top of the deck. But that still doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. You guys are really facing your fears. There could be like a level of going back to the simple way of life. This is almost giving me like a Daniel's fast, like removing certain things, only eating maybe what's of the earth, fruits, vegetables, you know, avoiding meats, dairy, stuff like that. There could be a purging here or some type of spiritual fast that you could be on, or you could be doing some type of meditation. Like I keep hearing the words meditation, fasting, initiation to cleanse, okay? Sunbathing, connecting with the spiritual self. This feels very profound spiritually, but it feels like it's starting at ground zero. Not that you are digressing or going backwards. No, it's just you're at a new level and some of you guys are ready to plant a new seed or become the student to become the teacher, if that makes sense. Yeah, and there's just this newfound gratitude. Let me tell y'all, somebody here, you got so consumed with the 3D that you forgot to show gratitude for what it is that you had spiritually, or even like, you know how some people can have so much money that they forget how much of a blessing it is to even have any type of food. I don't know, you could have hit rock bottom in a way. Maybe something was snatched, friend. This is almost like if someone got a home snatched from them, okay? And it's like something here got snatched, or there was a wake-up call, and it's like, see, I should be grateful for that. I need to do better with the time that I'm given. You know, we only have so much time in this life. And this could be after a divorce, after a death of a partner, okay? Something happened here, and it's like, I gotta free myself. Like, or that situation just let me know that I have to do more with my time. And it's funny because the Wheel of Fortune again came out as what's being released, but it also came out as what illusion is being broken. So with the illusions that are breaking, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Wands, and the Strength card. There's a delusion around, or there was a delusion around what you need in order to make this happen. There also was a delusion. I feel like you guys were crippled by anxiety and fear, okay? And there was also a perception of these spirals or these synchronicities, because I'm getting like spiral synchronicities, ups and downs, okay? Like you can't avoid whatever this is. Something here feels like it's taking you back to ground zero. And it's uncomfortable, but it's to show you just how strong you are, just how capable you are, and just to show you, or it's also showing you how you don't need whatever that is, that 10 of Pentacles. It feels like something that you relied so heavily on, it became your identity again. It could have even became your God. You got too comfortable there. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because we're about to go into authentic happiness. Everybody else might not like it, but it's not about everybody else. So with this 0-0, it says, angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. I am observant. And it's funny because with each deck, how I've been using this is whatever number comes out, that's the house that I feel like the breakthrough is happening. And y'all got 2 zeros. So I'm telling y'all, this is starting underneath the surface. There's something here about ground zero. Something is brand spanking new. And it's hitting you. Like, bow. And when I asked, okay, damn, why do I keep forgetting how I worded this? And it was so good. It was so good. Let me see. How did I word that, this last part? Because to have the shadows right there, I said, what is being gained during this breakthrough in the shadows. And look at that light. It's like a lantern. Friend, what have you been in denial about? The denial? I can't even talk. The denial is no longer. The denial is no fucking longer. Who gotta go? What are the lies that I've been believing about myself? What are the lies that I've been believing about the toxicity around me, the cheapness around me? What are the lies, okay? See, you've been picking up on something, friend, and you've been ignoring it. And it's time. That's why certain shit is happening in your life, because you have the intuitive nudge. I mean, when I asked about the past life energy that needs to be understood, you have the high priest or priestess here. And then at the bottom of the deck, after I pulled this card, you have the high priestess of spirit. Somebody here could be a life path 7. Girl, there's a lot here. Now, real quick, before I read that card, when I ask what is being broken, how is it? Look at all these synchronicities. I know you see it, friend. You got the Wheel of Fortune twice. You got the Magician, the High Priestess twice. Okay, you got the Earth Blessing for your main card, and the Ace of Pentacles that's giving me seed energy. Okay, you got the Denial, the Shadows. Then you got Strength. Oh, the Strength double time. For that to be an illusion that's breaking, and then we also have what is being broken, your strength. You are being broken down to be built back up, because something here was built on a lie. And you might not like it, friend, but it has to happen, because something here was built on a lie, or it stayed around too long, or you got too dependent on it. You forgot your magic. And it's being broken down. And when I look at this Strength card and that fire, the ashes, burning, this is giving me Phoenix energy. We also have clearing in reverse. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Getting rid of what has been stagnating the energy. What gotta go? The cobwebs, the dust, the dirt, the grime, the slime, it gotta go. And then we got discovery, because when all of that gets taken care of, and I feel like that's the breakthrough, you're about to do a clean ass sweep. And then that's when the discovery is going to happen, because certain things have been blocking your discovery. Let's read that Denial. 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 What is that off of? Intervention. Oh, Finding Nemo. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Where is that booklet? Oh, nah. Give me a second, friend. Y'all know how I be. Oh, here it is. I'm off on an adventure. But this even feels lighter than that. Something about this feels like air. Like, it feels very light. And I'm just letting my intuition guide me. I'm starting over. I got trust. It feels new. I just keep hearing ground zero, ground zero. So let's see. Denial. That's another thing. Some of you guys might feel a little confused at this time. I'm telling you, the clarity is coming. And some of you guys are confused and stale in the mind because you're refusing to listen to your intuition. Yeah, you're refusing. And the more you refuse, the more you're going to feel like that. So it says Denial. Not everything is in reach, my child. Sometimes I must create distance between what you want and when or how you are meant to receive it. Come on now. Consider the wait for your highest good. Friend, pile 3. Consider the wait for your highest good. Some of you guys were trying to move too fast into something, and it had to get blocked because there's certain things that have to be addressed before you walk into that chapter. That's for some. You are not meant to achieve what you want right now. Keep the faith, for if you wait and show patience, I will reveal some wondrous things later. This is a gentle warning not to get caught up in your desire to reach your goal too soon. You may choose sour fruit that only looks ripe and juicy. In this case, I alone know when the time is ripe. Patience, my child. And I'm a firm believer of God. So, like, it's always hard for me I don't know, because I know some people have, like, more of a pessimistic view. But no, like, I've lived so many different experiences where I just know that sometimes certain shit just don't come in because it's really not met. You don't know the trickle effect what that would do to you if you were taken to that level. Some of you guys want all these different things, but it's like, what would you do if you were taken to that level? I was just listening to a sermon. It's like, you want all this money, but with the little bit of money that you have, it's like you got certain people, places, things in your pocket, and you could barely say no to them. So what are you going to do with X amount of money when it's on a larger scale? What are you going to do with that publicity when it's on a larger scale? And you over here crying and upset about a negative comment. What are you going to do with it? It's not to say that you're not going to get it. Okay? Delay is not denial. Delay is not denial. That was funny. Delay is not denial. But there's something here about we have to mold you a bit more. We have to get you the experience a bit more so that this could be perfect for you. Okay. Ooh, I like it, I like it, I like it. That one song is called I Like You. That just came through. Let me read this High Priestess one. It didn't come out, but it was at the bottom of the deck, and I just see the synchronicity, so I'm going to read it. It says, you have drawn the symbol of the vampire. Is that vampire? Vampire? I don't know. High Priestess of Air, the goddess of rational thought. Logical thinking, reason, and using your mind to consider the next right action are the qualities encouraged by my High Priestess of Air. Now is the time to think before you act. You are blessed with a wondrous mind and imagination. Your ability to communicate is enhanced when you meet the High Priestess of Air. This is the moment to have reasonable conversations and make calculated decisions. Okay? Okay, so let's see. Who are they becoming? Just a sneak peek, because something about y'all feels like I'm not supposed to touch it too much because it's like something about that ground zero. No, we're like, it's almost like if someone had to come in. Y'all remember the Men in Black, how they like flashed them and then it's like they forgot? I don't know, there's something like that that's needed to happen so that you can relearn the right way or gain some type of experience or be able to look through a new lens and gain some type of appreciation for that. Like something has to be appreciated here. It's like you have to appreciate the process. And that's what this talks about with this earth blessing. It's like the minor things, okay? The corn. Let me read it to you, friend, so y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, some of you guys, there's certain things that need to be cut out before whatever you want can even come in. You still got some snakes in the grass around you. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna hear me doing that. I think I do that when I'm moving through too much energy. Or when I'm just like, I don't know, it might be like a stem. Why is that song, The Shape of You was coming through, but then not also that song, We Don't Talk Anymore? So look at this. It says, what is the most precious gift of Mother Earth for you personally? Honor this gift in your everyday life and use it in a creative ways to make the best and most of it, not discarding parts of it thoughtlessly. Treating staple foods respectfully, that might be potatoes, rice, grains like in noodles or bread, is a sign of respect for the earth and life which is only made possible through these gifts. The image, okay, so in that image, it says corn was the main staple for nourishment for the Pueblo Indians in the Americas who settled down in villages and engaged in agriculture. The famous blue corn and its cultivation has been a tradition since many thousands of years. I'm literally thinking of a gardener. You know how sometimes they say when you grow something it tastes better and you can appreciate it more? Yeah. Corn was the most holy fruit and gift of Mother Earth. It constituted that bread of life, which could be stored for the winter months. The fibers of the plants were woven into cloth, and in this way, the whole corn could be utilized. So we're using everything. We're not being wasteful. Message. This card brings a simple message. Today, bless each bite you take and each sip you drink. Take your time to chew well. Some suggest 31 times. And be grateful for the gifts of Mother Earth. Through natural food items, we take in rays of the sun, air of the winds, energies of the earth, fertility of the rain, and much more. Our life will feel better when we recall this ever so often. Yeah, because we don't think about that when we eat. And let me read this part. It says, relations. We humans are twofold. We are beings from the earth and also cosmic beings. Both aspects should be appreciated and attended to in all of our relations. There is the legitimate joy of living with the physical body to touch and kiss another, to drink and eat, the fruit of the earth, to experience nature. Only when the earthling is secure in his or her physical being can we open for higher spiritual realms. Only when the earthling is secure in his or her physical being can we open for higher spiritual realms, to inspiration and visions, which take us beyond the limits of space and time. And that's what's giving me that 00, infinite. And then we all recognize the spiritual essence in all others as well. The medicine. Practice for 1 week to give thanks before each meals, drinks, and snacks. Maybe you guys need to do like a gratitude ritual. Take 1 breath, inhale and exhale with full attention, and say grace for the gifts from our earth. You will become more content, and your attitude towards life will change. Really reflect and ponder. What is it that keeps you alive? What nurtures your body, mind, and soul? Something needs to be cut out here still, because I'm feeling even called to do this last part differently. For the other groups I asked, who are they becoming, or like what's going to become of this breakthrough, but I'm being told not to even ask that for you. So let's see what the advice is. What is the advice for this group? 3 of Swords and the Chariot. Whoo, you see how what's being released up here is this Chariot energy. Some of you guys were going nowhere fast, okay? Or you could have been progressing very fast in a direction that really wasn't for you, even if it was successful, okay? And that's where you got to go test the spirit. And what I mean by that is maybe the direction or the trajectory going up was correct, but who was around, who was near you, the direction that they had you going in and how they had you kind of veering off was not correct. So it's like we gotta nip that in the bud. What's this 3 of Swords energy? What needs to be released? Page of Swords. Gossip. There could be a younger air sign. Who is this person? How you want me to read it? Or this could be people that keep you connected. I don't know. There's like when I look at that, I just got like a saucy, like gossipy, bitter type of energy where it's like that's all they do is bitter. Oh, maybe they're bitter. I don't know. Maybe there's like a strong sense of gossip here. And you got the 6 of Cups. Okay, there could be someone that you're holding on to from childhood, or someone that you guys have history with, but it's like maybe even if it's not gossip or slander or like childishness, arrogance, there's something here about they're not growing mentally. They're stuck in that Page of Swords position, and that's all they can operate from is that Page of Swords position. And you know, like I said, you guys are definitely wanting to become the student and, you know, progress forward, but it's on a different level. Because I'm seeing if you guys were leveling up, maybe it was like constant. It was like when you go up, they go up. When they go up, you go up. But now it's like you're ready to go up and this person's still here. Then you're going up some more and they're still here. And it's like every time you go up, you still got to start over in a way and be the student, but you still progress. And it's like this person's still here, friend, down here. It's like they got to go so that you could really have this Chariot momentum forward. Period, point blank. Okay. Yep. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Wands. Some of you guys, there is certain success that's being blocked because you're investing in people, places, and things that are not for you. Not everything that glitters is gold, friend. Remember, it's giving cheap. It might be gold on the outside, but it's giving plastic. It's given we just painted that all willy-nilly. They didn't even have the decency to put the bell in there. Still sold it to me, okay? But I'm going to make the most of it. And that's what I feel like you guys are being told to do. Make the most of your situation. I'm getting Midas touch energy, but not in the way of where you're settling. It's just understanding where you're at, what's going on, holding yourself accountable, holding others accountable, moving accordingly, okay? And then trusting that everything will be taken care of with action, okay? With you also putting in that work and stepping outside of denial, okay? Some of you guys want a quick fix. It's not going to work like that. That's why you keep having these Wheel of Fortune moments where it's like it's going, boom, gone, okay? So that was for somebody here. So yes, you guys, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. I don't even know what pile this is going to be just yet. So I'm just going to say, those of you that have chose this little trinket. Oh, this is actually a shaker. Okay, this is giving me like shaman vibes. Okay, someone could play the drums. Or maybe incorporating some type of maracas, or, Yeah, some type of sound healing, okay, would be really good for you at this time. But I want you guys to look at the imagery, right? I'm just going to tell y'all, y'all reading came out so beautiful. And I feel like I could have probably just gave y'all a channeled message and still hit the nail on the head. So let me get some of these channeled messages out, right? Well, really, I don't know. I feel like it's the message. And then we'll get into the cards and I'll let you guys know the placement of everything. Someone here, you are definitely, and I always say it wrong, but you are definitely like first generation, okay? You could not be from the United States, or wherever you're located now. Like, you could be fresh meat, or just the culture is new. Some of you guys have very unique facial characteristics, especially if we're talking about like what the Western society views as beauty. You might feel, or you might technically not fall within that category. And I feel like for quite a long time that has bothered you, because I'm talking to someone who I feel like has had extreme issues when it comes to how they look, okay? Maybe people made you feel wrong or weird for something that I feel like is very genetic. It's very natural. This could even be a cultural custom. Like, oh my gosh, there are these girls and I love watching them. I don't know what they are and I don't want to misspeak, but I don't know if they're Hawaiian, but they almost give me like Moana vibes. And there's like just a certain stature that they all have because, you know, it's in the bloodline. And I feel like maybe if they were next to, I don't know, let's just say someone who was skinny, maybe even, and no offense to anybody, I'm just kind of trying to bring it back. Someone who could be skinny, white, okay, blonde hair, you know, normally people would make them feel not beautiful, or maybe they would come into a society where that's normalized, or even if you're skinny black, it doesn't matter, you know, just something that's normalized, okay? They come into a society where those things are normalized and they don't fit that box. But what I love about those three is it's like a dad and his daughters, and I think the mom, they have all these tribal tattoos on them, and they openly like will do their dances, and it almost sounds to me like war cries and war calls, and I just love that. There's something here about like creative expression. So even if you don't fall into that category, because for some of you guys it could be the other way around, like you could be Jewish. Maybe people have made fun of you for your nose, okay? Or it just feels like something, like somebody's ears. I'm seeing gauges. You could have larger ears. You could have a larger forehead, okay? Join the club, friend, okay? Whatever it is, it feels like something that used to plague you during your earlier days in childhood, okay? There could have been some bullying here with family remarks from an older brother and sister that kind of stuck with you. Or it could be like society has literally try to deem you or make you feel weird, outcasted, ugly, or just that you don't belong, right? And honey, I just want to tell you, whew, that is where your breakthrough is happening, okay? There is really some big, okay, I'm getting a lot of Vedic astrology terms coming through here, so you could, you definitely could fall in line with those studies, those practices. But I am getting shaman, like sage energy, okay? The Buddha, okay? Girl, there's so much coming down. This is so beautiful. Wow. I just want to give you guys a hug because that's where your breakthrough, that's one of your breakthroughs. You have multiple breakthroughs, friend, okay? And it's all within the 8th house. We have this I am successful. Actually, girl, I'm jumping ahead. Y'all know how I do. Let me just tell you what we got here because I'm already going into the cards. My bad, friend, my bad. Okay, y'all are my first pile. So some of the questions that I ask, and I'll let you know the placements. Let me just find where I was. Let me see. Also, let me know how you guys are doing today. If you like this reading, make sure you subscribe. I don't think I ever did this reading on the channel. So, why all of a sudden can I not find it? I'm gonna take these tags out. Let's do breakthrough. Okay, I found it. Okay. So I asked, what is being, well, first of all, where is your breakthrough happening? You do have this card, the rain clouds. And I will read this to you guys because that was the first card that I pulled. Now the other cards, I'm not going to pick them up because I don't, I don't feel like doing all that, But, okay, when I asked what's being left behind, you have the Six of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Fool card. I then asked what illusions are being broken in this breakthrough. We have the Moon, the Magician, and the Two of Cups. Okay, 2 clarifying cards we also have are the King of Wands and the Death card with the Santa Muerte deck. All right. We also have for each group, I forgot to add this in here. I'll remember that for the next groups. We have bottom of the deck energy being the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Swords, going with that first question. And then we also have bottom of the deck and top of the deck energy being the Four of Swords and the Two of Swords. All right. Down here, okay, we have, well, actually, let me go over here. Damn, I'm all over the place. Okay. So I put main house and energy that is being activated in the breakthrough. I use these cards for that. So the main house is your 8th house. This is what's being activated in the breakthrough. Past life energy that needs to be understood during the time of this breakthrough will be the transportation, food, and hunger. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Egypt. That gives me ancient wisdom. Okay. Old soul type of vibes, misunderstood type of vibes. Okay. But there's like this knowledge that sometimes can be overlooked and maybe you feel out of place. This is giving me like starseed energy. It is galactic. So then I said, what is being gained during this breakthrough? We have fidelity. What is being broken? Hope. You can't see it, but it's right here. We have hope and nourishment. And then down here, I basically asked, like, who are you becoming during this transition? We have the 8 of Cups in reverse, the 6 of Swords upright, and the 9 of Wands sideways. And then your advice to maintain this new era. Okay, we have the Empress and the 5 of Wands. Okay, I know that was a lot. Whew, my bad, friend. I'm gonna do better with the next group. Okay, I am. And then top of the deck, bottom of the deck energy going along with that bottom layer was the Knight of Cups. And damn, there was a different card there. It might have been the Knight of Cups and the 5 of Cups. I don't know. It doesn't really matter because I already got the message, girl. So back to what I was saying, friend. You being the greatest. So let's start with this. I am successful. It says your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. This gives me CEO energy. Okay, someone here, you could be a Leo, but really when I look at that 8th house, I think of 8th house energy. Okay, I think of life path number 8. That to me gives me someone that has power. All right. Damn, friend. I have so much I want to say to you. Because I really feel like y'all have been bullied to no end. And that might look different for every one of you. It could have been in the workplace. It could have been by family. Could have been by lovers. It could have been by friends. It might even have been in all them damn areas. And it has built a wall, okay? A wall of facade, illusion, okay? A wall of, like, this just feels like what I always talk about. It was so much poison thrown at you that it became a part of your DNA to the point where you're like, how you speak to yourself, how you honor yourself, how you view yourself is very distorted, or it was, because that's the breakthrough, friend. You are full-blown regaining your power back. And if I'm talking to who I think I'm talking to, you're going to understand. People don't understand until they go through it. Do you understand, friend? When you even get a whiff of like, hold on, is that me? And not in the way of like you stink, but it's like that energy of like, wow, I think I'm starting to like smell myself again. I think I'm starting to realize exactly who I am. I think I'm starting to regain my power. When you really walk into an era of that, And I hope that everybody can experience that. Even if you're not resonating with that now, hopefully this will be your energy in the future. But who I'm talking to, this is you, friend, okay? And let's make room for the people with the breakthrough, okay? It is giving, wow, I really see myself clearly. I have clarity on exactly who I am, what has been stifled, okay? What has been, like, destroyed in me for reasons that were not my fault, okay? What was good, what was bad, what I was meant to take with me, what I wasn't, okay? Like, maybe you were told at an early age that certain parts of you, I keep getting that, is weird, strange, too much, okay? Why are you dreaming of doing that? Why do you like that? I'm just getting a lot of judgment around your body, your image, your practices, shoot, the way you hold your damn pencil, just a lot of judgment. And I feel like that's what the fuck you're leaving behind. How other people want you to be seen. Other people's projections of what they feel like your success should look like. There's also this, I'm not doing the rat race with you guys no more. I'm not competing no more with you guys. If I'm going to compete with anybody, it's going to be myself. And not myself that you guys, okay? I mean, it's a two-way street, but not the myself that has came about and that has formed and morphed from these stupid projections and these distortions. But I'm talking about when I get rid of that, which you have, okay, when I shed that skin, honey, I'm talking about that new self. I'm talking about that real self, okay? That's who I'm in competition with. None of you. And I'm not taking this bitterness with me. I'm not saying that you're fully healed, but there is, with that Knight of Swords, there's been a lot of bullying, certain words that have stuck with you, words that people probably don't even realize have stuck with you and have really damaged your self-esteem, your self-worth, and how you viewed yourself. You're letting that go. You're letting it go. And I also feel like this trickles over into that Fool card because there's like been a distortion because of all that distorted energy. There's been a ripple effect of distorted action that is being cleared, okay? So it's like you're going to be going after it, but you're going after it with a clear mind, with clear eyesight, without the distortions. So this is real in alignment with purpose, in alignment with destiny. This is, I am that, okay? I am that I am. It's given. It is. The illusions that you're breaking free from with that Moon card, you know, we could talk about fears. We could talk about insecurities, okay? Feeling bad about your emotional self. Maybe people made you feel bad about having emotions. Maybe you were taught to suppress your emotions or to always keep going, okay? And I just feel like this all ties back to that distortion. There's been a distortion here, and it distorted everything. It distorted how you view mothers, women, okay, maybe even motherhood. It distorted how you speak to others, how you speak to yourself. Some of you guys have had a chip on your shoulder, okay? It's distorted how you've shown up in connections. For real, for real. This distortion puts you in position to be around people. Again, you know, they were probably beneficial at the time to your journey, but there is this opening of the eyes where it's like, it almost reminds me of removing the scales from the eyes, bro. I'm literally seeing that fall aside. Glasses being clean. Somebody here could be a Scorpio because I literally was just talking about that in Scorpio's reading. Ew, it's like I'm literally seeing this crust on somebody's eyes. Like they're removing the sleep from their eyes. And look at that Death card. This is full birth transformation. Some of you guys recently had a child and maybe that's helping you to activate and know like no more. That's not mine to carry. Actually, no. With this Four of Swords and this Two of Swords at the bottom and the top of the deck. That's not me. And I don't want it to be me. And yeah, it might have became me for a minute, but no, I'm shedding that. I can be exactly who I want to be. And now that I don't have a distorted lens, I might not be fully healed. Okay, it's a process, which I don't know if you ever really fully heal. You know, I feel like there's always a process. We could always be getting better. But it's like, I'm done. Like, I am really stepping into my power. I'm about to pop my shit. And there's just this energy of a full-blown transformation and rebirth of the self, of life. And because of this rebirth, again, removing all that crust away, when you can see, you start to look at everybody and you're like, whoa, I don't resonate with you. I don't resonate with that friendship no more. I don't resonate with that partnership no more. I don't resonate with that job no more. I don't resonate with things that don't have this reciprocal big energy that is in alignment with my destiny and my purpose. Okay, with this 8th house Phoenix type of energy, I'm not in alignment with it. Okay, I also feel like you could be having a breakthrough when it comes to spiritual gifts. Yes. Healing from sexual trauma. Yes. We don't got to go into it, friend, because I already know you know. You know who you've been around. When you look back at some of the relationships and the people that you entertained and the connections that you kept around you, you're like, damn, the bar was on the floor. But that's a blessing to be able to look back and say that, because there was once upon a time where you thought that bar was high. You thought that was the cream of the crop. So how much of a blessing is it now that we can understand that, no, that wasn't cream of the crop. That was dust. I almost said that was like a crop dust. That's all that was. A little fart in the wind. That's it. Ugh. Stinking up the place. That's her family. And that's where this breakthrough is coming through, because when that self-worth rises like this, when that powerful energy rises, when you start to see yourself as God sees you, certain things are going to naturally subtract from your life. And that's what I see happening. This is major. This is major. Somebody here, you grew up in poverty, or there's this past life energy surrounding poverty, movement, having to relocate here and there, always on the go. Because when I think of that transportation, I think of, again, first generation, which has given me just this identity. There could have been an identity crisis at a point in time, or maybe trying to fit in, okay, when you were really meant to stand out. You have natural gifts and talents and ancient wisdom. Those of you that are like into the occult practices or like tarot, divination, spiritual work, please take it serious, friend, because I feel like you have an ancient knowledge, like just a natural knack for it. You're no longer caring about other people's beauty standards. You're setting the beauty standard. You're like, that was all a lie. You guys are realizing that a lot of what was on you or was being put on you was just projections of other people's insecurities. And how funny is it how the world is changing? When you look back at certain things that you might have got made fun of, some of you guys, you're seeing that that's a trend now. Not that we give a fuck about a trend, at least I don't. But you might be like, that's so crazy. And I have people make me feel like I was weird. Like, you see how anime, maybe people made fun of you for that, but look, now it's like a thing. Now it's like, oh, it's cool to like anime. Meanwhile, they over here got you in a corner having to sneak and take a peek when you can, so that people don't see you watching your anime. That's what I'm saying. So you're realizing that you don't have to get caught up in the noise, okay? You can be you. And you could be the trailblazer, because that's who you're meant to be. And you always were that. You were the trendsetter. And people made you feel bad for that. And maybe during your younger years, whether that be spiritually or even physically your younger years, maybe that wasn't understood, but it is now. And that's the breakthrough. That's the breakthrough. Let me look up this word real quick. I feel like I know exactly what this is. Because this fidelity, is that like loyalty? Because I was getting like, you're not loyal to other people. Like there's this, you know, we keep using this word people pleasing, but for real though, it's like, you're no longer sacrificing yourself for others, especially these toxic motherfuckers. It's like, no, I'm going to be loyal to my journey. I'm going to be loyal to upkeeping this. I want to see myself how God sees me. That's how I want to see myself. And I have a loyalty, okay? I'm loyal to that. Let me see, fidelity. Fidelity. 7:17 on the clock. And the air just turned on. That gives me like what I've been saying when I'm like, maybe I just feel like this is a real big breath into your spirit. Like God breathing life into your spirit. I love this. You could breathe again. You could see again. Some of you guys will resonate with the collective I did. Most recently, it would have been when I'm like, this is what happens when the misfit becomes the bully. Yep. And if you're coming from that reading, you know, and you read that or you listened to that and you resonated, this is definitely for you. Yeah, the quality or state of being faithful. I thought so. Okay. Yeah, some of you guys were always attracted to finding yourself in partnerships or in friendships, like counterfeit shit. Like people that don't honor you. They always got you in a third party situation. They always talking behind your back with other people. There's no loyalty. That does not attract you anymore. That doesn't attract you anymore. At a point in time, that was attractive. It was fun. You weren't ready to give it up, but you are now. And I feel like what you're breaking free from with this hope and this nourishment, you see how that plate is empty? So many people have been eating off your plate. And I feel like some of this was, you know, you giving your plate away, okay? But you're not doing that no more. You're no longer sitting in this delusion of hope to help people that don't even want to help themselves, okay? So you are completely taking your power back. Completely. Your nourishment, the whole shebang. And if they don't have something to offer, you're not filling in the gap. When people have this lackluster energy, I feel like in the past you filled in the gap. Oh, well, maybe I could do a little this, or maybe no. No, it's like step up to my level, or just don't step up at all. Either way, it don't pay me no never mind, okay? Because I'm continuing. And who I see you being in this next chapter, first of all, there's a certain level of peace. Your peace and everybody's peace is going to look different, but this energy is activating this ripple effect where it puts you in a place of feeling so good about yourself. And some of y'all haven't felt that in so long. And when you really get that, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is how it feels to step into my power. Oh yeah. Now it's going to be easier to cut out what needs to be cut out, with that Nine of Wands kind of being sideways. There's an energy here if I'm not as hesitant. Yes, you guys are still healing, but there's a level of I'm not super hesitant as I used to be to make these changes. I feel more empowered because I am the Empress, and you need to stay in that Empress-like energy, respecting yourself, okay? Some of you guys have been really taking more care into how you look, your hair. This could be like your daily routine, all right? You are a competitor. Not that you're necessarily trying to compete with other people, but I'm not going to lie. What this is doing, this is a big ass ripple effect. You being in this energy is also going to bring certain opportunities in work, especially for those of you who might have your own businesses or are trying to go after wealth. Because maybe at a point in time, you didn't even see certain goals being able to be achieved. But with this level of confidence, stamina, power, okay, beauty, and just like a self, I don't know, they're like the self-fulfillment, there's a self-love. This is going to be putting you in rooms and in places where before your old self wouldn't have even been able to compute this. You're lighting the match. You are this Ace of Wands energy. And this is the thing. You see how he's like smiling and he lit that match? People counted you out. And I feel like we can't even be mad at them because, you know, they counted us out because, you know, you counted yourself out. So they counted you out. But now look at you. You lit that flame. And I ain't gonna lie, there are all eyes on you, because that's giving me those other, like, it's almost giving me these other wands. This could be people that aren't ready to light their own flame, that have been trying to hold you back, that you're breaking free from. This could even just be people that you just don't resonate with no more, okay? But this could also represent people that were in some type of arena that maybe didn't know you, but because you then turned on this light, like a little lighthouse, it's like, hold up, who's that over there? You're being noticed. You are being looked at as competition in your work field, but it feels like it's coming from a place of, wow, that's really a competitor. You're going to really shock yourself with what it is that you can truly achieve in this lifetime, okay? Yeah. I really am, and I'm not a doctor, but I really see that. There's a natural release here. I don't think people understand. I don't know how to put it into words, because I know the feeling, bro. When you really let something go, or just when it, because I don't know how to explain it, but there's certain bags. My grandma said it. She was like, I could just tell you used to have so many bags, because she's very intuitive. Like, she could see into the spirit. She was like, you used to have so many bags. And she was like, and you have, like, I can't remember how she said it, but she basically told me, like, you have gotten rid of so much of those bags. You still have a little bit more, but it is so much lighter. So much lighter. And that's what I feel for y'all. Your spirit is getting lighter, and you're going to be not feeling guilty about going after your dreams, okay, while being you. Because that's something that I feel like people, places and things have made you feel, they've made that feel unnatural. They've made it feel unnatural. Yep. That was beautiful. So yes, Power One, that was your spirit. Why did I call y'all Power One? I don't know if y'all are Power One friend. Whatever power you are, okay, y'all might end up being Power One, I don't know. But yes, you guys, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and if it resonated, subscribe, like, thank you, hype me up, okay. But you guys, go ahead, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. I'm so sorry, friend. If you're still here, I totally forgot to read this card. All right, so let me just go ahead and read that real quick. I just got to channeling. I just got to moving and grooving. And I just forgot. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, so this is what it says. This is your shamanic message. You don't know my name. It says, old stuff is washed, being off. Dried up, feelings are being rekindled and drained energies are being renewed. A new cycle of development is in the offing. General flourishing of your plans and projects and overall success. A very good omen for your future. Before it rains, the sky darkens up with gray clouds and does not look so good. But the somber clouds heavily laden with water for growing and cleansing are a promise of regeneration in many aspects. That's crazy. What is not useful anymore or constitutes a blockage can now be washed away. Where the earth has dried up and is in danger of losing its fertility, the rainwater will now bring new life. Water in all of its states, as haze, mist, dew, rain as a creek, river, or ocean, and even as ice, serves in the shamanic view always as means of clarification, regeneration, and life sustenance. And then the fact that its state may be cool or slippery, difficult to grasp, or seemingly heavy does not impede its effectiveness. So your message, it says, what may at first seem to darken or distress your mind will reveal itself to be a great blessing. Allow change, accept transformation, do not resist it. The air will be filled with the mild fragrance of rain, which will wrap around your whole being. Something new can emerge. That was beautiful. So yes, you guys, sorry, I just had to squeeze that in there. 0202 on the clock.